So what we got here is my CZ Scorpion. Started out as a pistol. I submitted a Form 1 and got that back approved. So now it's an SBR. I also have my registered Form 1 suppressor. This is a 9mm can built off of a SD Tactical titanium tube. And I got some formed freeze plugs in there that turned into baffles. And yeah, so we're just going to give it a shot. I've shot it a few times, it works pretty good. But we're going to start off with some 124 grain supersonic ammo. So, see how it sounds. Nice. Pretty quiet. Alright, now we're going to try out some 158 grain IMI ammo. This is subsonic. I don't need those. Holy shit. That's awesome. You can hear it hitting the freaking tree. So now we're just going to take a closer look at the internals of my Form 1 suppressor. The total wait time on the stamp was about 5 months. I submitted in February and it just came back in August. And I took a little bit of time to put together. But essentially what this is an SD Tactical D-cell tube. It's a titanium 7.6-inch one. They sell on the site, and I went with the option for the engraving. Their engraving service basically was a $75 tube, I'd say, is what it ended up being. Really high quality piece of titanium. I went with the titanium obviously because this is the most important part. This is the serialized and registered part. And if anything else in this breaks, it can be repaired. This is the part that's the most important, so I went all out in that one. I do have titanium end caps as well. The thread adapter is 1/2x28. I do have the CZ Scorpion 1/2x28 adapter in there as well. This is the end cap. It comes center punched, but not drilled. You have to drill it yourself. Essentially, I went with the 7/16 drill bit, I believe, which is a .42 caliber hole. I wanted to use that little bit of that larger hole so that I have some buffer for the bullet, so that I don't have any end cap strikes or baffle strikes. So essentially, I have 14 baffles. These were pre-shaped freeze plugs. They had the they already pressed and shaped. They were just center punched, so I could easily drill them in the center. And I have a D-cell size valve spring. And this just this creates a blast chamber at the end of the muzzle end of the suppressor, and just keeps everything nice and tight when it's all put together so that the baffles aren't rattling around. So essentially, just pretty easy to assemble. You just screw everything together, start dropping everything in. I like to keep them numbered just to keep them in order, but some of these later ones were pretty heavily caked in carbon, so I had to scrub them and the Sharpie came off. But I just like to keep them in order. So overall, the build ran me about, I'd say, $300 in parts and materials, and then plus the tax stamp would be another $200, so about $500 for this whole suppressor, which is pretty good. And what I really like about doing a Form 1 suppressor is that you can do the tax stamp now, send the Form 1 in, and then you only pay $200 right now, and then you can wait. And once that stamp comes back approved, which is right now about an 8-month, 12 months wait, then you can basically build it whenever you want once it comes back. So as opposed to spending $800 on the suppressor now and having to wait 8 months to be able to get it in your hands. So these are a little tight because they are preformed. You just got to make sure you get them nice and straight in there. This becomes a little more difficult when the carbon starts to build up, but Scorpion. It is unloaded, and then just basically I got it. There we go. Suppressor Scorpion, the Form 1 suppressor. You want to shoot some?